Just to finish up, the complete diagonals, that way adds up to 95, and this way adds up to 95. Check it yourself. That's it. Thank you. Let me shuffle these around a little bit because it's quite unusual to get a combination like this, but you would think once you start shuffling these around, things are going to change. So what we'll do is we'll put this one up there, all right? Let me do it this way. We'll put this one, let's put it here, and we'll put this one here, and we take this one now, and we'll put this one over here, and that one we'll put there. And once again, you'll find that although we've shuffled the square around, and if you want to check it at home, stop your video machines and count up, because you'll find every column, every angle, every possible way, over 32 different ways that I've shown you just now, will also add up to these rearranged figures. But there is one more exciting way that we can add up to 95. Where is a gentleman who very kindly told me his birthday at the beginning of the show? Where are you? Over there. It's hard to see you because of the lights, but I can see. Put your hand up so we can see you. Right, he's sitting over there. I was just going to ask you to remind me when your birthday was, but you don't really need to do that, because if you remember, I wrote down his birthday at the beginning. So there we have 18. Plus 9 is 28. Plus 19 is 47. Plus 49 makes 95. Even his birthday adds up to 95. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to be quite serious for a moment, that is called a magic square. It's been known for generations, since early days, that there is such a thing as a magic square. The combination of numbers are fascinating. But what has never been seen before, and I can assure you, you are the first people to see it, and you certainly at home are the first to ever witness that I have incorporated somebody's birthday within a magic square. So if you now check, you will find the gentleman's birthday is the 18th of September 1949, right in the center, and once again that adds up to 95. What can you say? Thank you.
Quite remarkable.
It's quite remarkable what you can do with numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's numbers are incredible, really. I noticed a little early on you were looking at the light sculpture. That's what they call it. It is a sculpture in light.
Yeah.
You can actually touch it. Just play with it. It's all right. You won't get a shock. Yes, absolutely. In fact, it looks better with the light side. Let me just put the light side.
How actually fascinating.
It looks so much better in the dark.
Tell me about it, David.
Well, as you touch it, what you're actually doing is you're earthing it back. Your body's now earthing it back. Inside the globe are a number of rare gases, and this is manufactured just by one man. And then people have tried to copy him, so he's an American, he's become a sort of cult figure. Mostly they're for museums and art galleries and for private collectors, but they're very hard to get because there are very few in the world. Each one has a different character, different color scheme, and so on. They have lovely names like Ice Tree, Fireflower, Ancient Frequencies. This one, believe it or not, is called Sleepless Nights. And can give you that. But the interesting, if you just put your hand flat on it and don't move it for a moment, you can see what happens. It sort of streaks across, look, like that. Yeah. Put it to one side, it might be better. That's fine. Did you see that? It's like spaghetti. Yeah. And it's very hard to explain that. The microprocessor in the base actually shoot up electrons through that center stem, which has many thousands of degrees Fahrenheit in the top. It ionizes the gas. It becomes a plasma. Normally we associate plasma with blood. It's a living plasma inside there, and it's miniature lightning. And because the inside of the globe is being coated, it sort of bounces back off you. If I touch it as well, of course, it would have the same effect. And I can show you something quite remarkable with it as well. Inside the sweet dish on the table, I think you'll find there's a little fluorescent tube, and I can see it sticking out. Would you like to just take that out? Now, it's a normal fluorescent tube.
In the middle of all this?
Right there, I can see it.
Ah,
just
yes.
put it out. Yes. I put it there for light refreshment. Right. Could I ask you to hold that in your hand, just by the glass for a moment?
Yeah.
All right? Literally just the glass.
Just the glass, right.
And then touch the globe with your other hand. Okay, just put your hand on like that. And if you watch the neon tube now.
Yeah.
We can dim the lights a little bit more. You'll see it actually will light up.
Yeah! I'm a conductor. Goodness gracious me.
Well, you always wanted to be a band leader.
Yes, I did.
But the interesting thing is that it's only lit between our hands there, and yet by stroking it further up, it lights up there as well. All right?
Gracious me.
Now, this is only a 12-inch tube, but I can actually show it to you with something a little more ambitious. This is a 4-foot tube. Just hold that by the glass, and you see what you've done. You've lit it up. Once again, hold it tight.
Yes.
I move my hand towards you, and you can see that it's only lit between our hands.
Yes.
And yet, as I move it away like that, it lights the rest of it up. Of course, we could do it the other way around. I could hold the globe, and you can let go now. Let go there. If I hold the globe, you see it lights up dimly, but if you were to touch it the other end, it earths it back like that. And you can see we get a really bright glow from that.
How remarkable. So that electricity is passing through one's body, is it?
Well, it's not, actually. All you're doing, you're exciting the gas inside the neon tube,
Yeah.
and that's why it's lighting up. Tell you something, Ian. I like to give my guests a souvenir. And what I've done is I've had a little sculpture made, a miniature one, right? And I'd like you to take that as a souvenir, as a paperweight.
Thank you.
If you just come with me, I'll give it to you. Let me put the lights on. I'll have it right over here. Now, but this is for you because I've had it inscribed for you. It's actually inscribed to Ian Carmichael. And if you come over here, I'll show it to you. On the side here, it says The Mind of David Berglas. That's the name of the show, of course. We have the Time-Teeth Television logo and the Channel 4 logo, and I hope you find that in our souvenir. But before I give it to you, I'm going to tease you a little bit, because, as you can see, right here, I have your book,
Yes.
which I used early on. I'm going to ask you to do one last experiment with me. You take the book in your hand, you flick through it like that, and you think of a page number. All right? Now, it doesn't matter if I look as well. It's not that kind of an effect. Take the book, flick through it like that, look at the page numbers, and think of one of those. Would you do that? You look a little worried. It's very simple. Literally just flick through the book and think of a page number.
Oh, golly.
Can I just ask you something? When you thought of it,
Yeah.
right? Did you, when you said, oh golly, was that the one? Because
No.
I could have gotten an indication. No.
No,
But
no.
you have one in your mind?
Yes.
Firmly fixed in your mind?
Yes.
All right. Now, I'm going to tell you that I think I know the page number you thought of. Would I be right in saying it was 151?
No.
Surely. Or will you change your mind then?
Well, I don't think I changed my mind. No, that wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Well, that's the one I was thinking of.
Well, it's bad luck. Yes. But,
Bad luck is right, but never mind. A lot of my things worked earlier, and I showed you some things that you were quite impressed with, and I can't win them all. I still think it was 151. Would you like to tell me which one you thought it was?
well, I thought it was 197.
197?
Yes.
Is that the one you thought of? Anyway, thanks for coming to the show. I tell you what, just before you leave, would you mind reading out the inscription, which we had done a few weeks ago? Just read it out. It's inscribed right there, and read out aloud what you see there.
To Ian Carmichael, you thought of page... Oh, God blimey. You thought of page 197. But in the mind of David Berglas, it is still page 151. Would you believe
Well, I thought it was 197 too. Would you like to see next week's show? Come with me and I'll show you. You keep that. Come with me. Yeah, would you like to go through?
Thank you very much.